Hey guys, I'm Sam, and this is my April wrap-up and May TBR. And this is the first wrap-up and TBR I'm doing on this channel. I'm currently in school, full-time, so I don't get that much time to read. I pretty much just read on the bus, which it takes me about an hour and a half each way, but I often don't get to read I get 2 buses each way, so I often don't get to read that much, so my wrap-up is a little lacking, and my TBR is maybe a little ambitious, but we'll see. Okay. First up this month, I read a guidebook to biochemistry, because I want to study biochemistry at uni next year. I'm in my final year of school, and yeah, I borrowed this from my school labs, because we do have a school library, quite an extensive one. You'll see books from there later on, well, in just a minute, but the labs also let you borrow books, so I borrowed this from there. It's kind of outdated, and most of the stuff in here is stuff I actually learn at A-level, so it actually just helped explain some of the stuff that I struggle to understand. It's actually really cool. Yeah. Okay. Next, I read The Summer of the Bear by Bella Pollen. This is a sort of adult genre, this is. It's about these, mostly focused on this family, mother and 3 children. The father's just died, and they're moving from Bonn in Germany in the early 80s, I think, in 79, to the Outer Hebrides, and it's based on a true story, and there's a bear, hence Summer of the Bear. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good, actually. Took me a while to get through it, because I started reading it in the holidays. Then I came back to school and got hit in the face with work. But yeah, that was fun. Next, I read Girl Hearts Girl by Lucy Sutcliffe. I had no idea who Lucy Sutcliffe was. I just wanted a diverse read, and this is colourful, so it caught my eye. Good book. Looked it up online. Kind of sad what happens after this book, but yeah. I now know who Lucy Sutcliffe is. I'm not subscribed to her, I'm not a fan. It's an interesting book. It's just a nice coming-of-age book. A memoir. So that was fun. And then finally, for this month, I reread ACOTAR, as in the run-up to the release of ACA War. I am rereading the first 2 books. This and Girl Heart Girl have these stickers on Year 10 and plastic covers, because they are from my school library, and that means no one below 14 can take out these books. So they're for different reasons. This one, if you've read it, it's the violence and the not violence, and Girl Hearts Girl is a completely innocent book. It just contains lesbians. Yeah, that's fun. So that's why that's Year 10 plus. That's annoying. But yeah, I love these books. Yeah, it's about she stole a life and now she must pay with her heart. Beauty and the Beast retelling. Came out a couple of years ago. First in a trilogy. 3rd one comes out next week. Yeah. Woo. Just read it. It's high fantasy, but what makes me laugh is the map. Yeah, this is the first book, so it doesn't have any spoilers. The map, to me, you might recognise it, you might not. I live in the Spring Court, just north of the Wall. Assuming that is Britain. And I used to live in the Spring Court nearing the wall that bordered the Summer Court. Yeah. Britain. Why fantasy books have an obsession with Britain, I don't know. But oh well. Okay, and yeah, that's it for my wrap-up, actually. well, sort of. I also read, and we'll transition into my May TBR with Sherlock Holmes. I'm not planning on finishing it this month. I've been reading it for a few months. I read another couple of short stories. I know it doesn't look. I'm about 200 pages in. Each story is about 10, and I read about one a week. So I've been reading it for a while, because this is over 950 pages. Or it might be 940. I forget. No. It's 900 and... It's over 990. Oh, great. 992 pages. Yeah, luckily there are illustrations, otherwise this would murder me. But yeah, that is on both my wrap-up and my TBR. Talking of being on both my wrap-up and TBR, I'm rereading this. Even in the prologue to this book, they say you should reread it, because they reference not only stuff that's happened previously in the book, but because of the nature of biochemistry, they also reference stuff forward in the book. So you have to reread it a couple of times to understand the book. So yeah, I'm rereading this, because I only managed to read it once. Because I actually read less in the holidays, and there was a holiday, so. Also on my TBR is A Court of Mist and Fury, which I'm currently reading. I'm on page 380. Got there with my lovely reading dog. My buddy. Yeah. It's the second book in the series, the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses. Favourite book in the trilogy so far. Really not saying a lot, as there are 2 books out, and I've read 2 books. Also a reread on this, and also a school library copy, because I own... Well, I used to own over 700 books, now I own just over 600 books. Slowly getting rid of them before I move out for uni, and yeah. I've been on a book buying ban for years. Yeah, let's just say there aren't going to be many unboxings. So, aim is to finish this. Not before ACOWAR comes out, because I was introduced to these by one of my very close friends, Siri. You can check her out at Books, Anime, TV, Oh My. And she is a far slower reader than I am. She is about 60 pages ahead of me in ACOMath. And she started reading it 2 weeks ago. I started reading it 2 days ago. And yeah. I only read on the bus, she reads all the time. So I try to minimise reading when I'm reading with her, and I really don't want to spoil her for ACOWAR. So I'm going to be delaying it and then reading slow. Fun! Talking of ACOWAR, as I just mentioned, planning on reading it. Because that friend I mentioned, it was my birthday in March, so she pre-ordered it for me and got me the map, which is really cool. It's up. I've put it up now. But yeah. Woo-hoo. She's amazing. She's one of my best friends. Anyway. Yeah, so planning on reading ACOWAR. Can't wait. Oh, forgot to mention. This is a retelling, I believe, of Hades and Persephone. Persephone? I've never actually known how to say that. I think it's Persephone. I'm going to say Persephone. Yeah. But yeah, it's a retelling of that. I don't know what ACOWAR is a retelling of. I'll find out at some point. The next book is Waving Not Drowning by Rosie Rushton. It's a little coming-of-age book following the lives of 3 teens in a British secondary school. It's very confusing. They're 3 very different people. One who's in foster care, one who lives with his grandmother who has Alzheimer's, and a girl whose life seems perfect but isn't. So yes, it's kind of cliched. I have attempted to read this 3 times now, and I keep getting distracted, putting it down, and then forgetting to pick it back up. And I only started using bookmarks properly recently, So I keep forgetting where I am, which is an issue. So I'm just going to attempt to read it again. It's really short. It is only 215 pages. I've probably gotten about 60 pages into it. But anyway, moving along, got 3 books in a series. I finally picked up these. I've bought them from various places. That's size 12 is not fat, size 14 is not fat either, and size doesn't matter. All part of the Heather Wells series. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, this is the 3rd novel, it says, and I know this is the 1st and 2nd ones, because size 12 is not fat is the 1st one. Why would they do a bind up with the 1st and not the 2nd? And then this says it's the 3rd on the back. So, yeah. Hopefully getting to these at some point. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen these on my TBR that I post every fortnight. And anyway, that was my April wrap-up and May TBR. Got lovely big chunk of books to finish and continue and get on with. So, yeah. Also got all the books I finished. I didn't put these into neat piles, so I'm now picking them up off my floor, which is why they're kind of messy. And all the ones I read this month. These, plus that one. The little one. Woo! Put that on there. Woo! Yeah, they're all in frame. Woo! Woo! Ow. My elbow cracked. Bye, guys.